D, it's decision day.
Yes.
I don't even know what that means.
I can't wait. But I guess that these people who have been hunting for love get to decide who they want to continue to hunt for love with.
Do we know that from the beginning?
Kind of, probably. I didn't realize, though, at the end of it, there would be this
decision.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Well, let's find out what decisions are made. Probably some bad ones. Fingers crossed.
I guess is bad.
It's 90 Day Hunt for Love, Season 1, Episode 13, The Girl That Made Her Choice.
Remote reality, yeah, that's the key. Unlocking stories wild and free. With the host, side by side. Channel surfers, let's ride.
The Girl That Made Her Choice. Not the couples make their choice. It sounds like maybe there's only one person making a choice.
I guess they're letting the girls do it.
We got some decisions. But girl, it's singular. Okay, this is my English major lawyer nerd out. Like, is it only one person making a choice? TLC, girls or women more appropriately.
Maybe you're just overthinking it, Lauren.
Yeah, I usually do, D. I'm Lauren, and this is D. You're listening to Remote Reality's recap of 90 Day Hunt for Love. We're finally at this final episode.
I'm glad.
It doesn't feel like it's been that long, but maybe that's because we're also recapping Big Brother, and that's like a second job.
Yeah, I'm going to miss it, though. I enjoy watching it.
I do, too. Well, 90 Day is going to have something fun coming up. Seeking Sister Wives. Have you ever seen that?
No, I don't think so.
That is coming out in September. It's a real shit show.
Oh, well, that might be interesting to watch then.
But we'll find something good on TV, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Channel surfers, what do you think? What should we cover next? We've got this in the reunion for Hunt for Love, but drop your thoughts in the comments. Let us know what's good, what's coming up. There's a lot of true crime stuff that I've been looking into also lately. Have you seen the thing about the lady who went to the news and said somebody hit her and stole her child?
I vaguely saw something about that. Not a whole lot.
It's like a 7-month-old, and her husband are being interviewed, and everybody's saying it's giving very Susan Smith vibes. She says that this person came out behind her and said, "Hola," and then she saw a light, and then her kid was gone, and there were no security cameras in the place where she had parked. And for reference, Susan Smith, for any of the channel surfers that don't know, that was a long time ago. That was in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And I worked for the prosecutor. My first clerkship out of law school was working for Tommy Pope when he had started his new practice. So first time I ever went to jail was with this partner. I was shaking like a leaf, and he was making fun of me because we were doing some criminal defense. But that was a horrible case. And apparently in this case with the 7-month-old, the dad has a prior history of child abuse. And one of the things that was very strange to me is that when they're talking in the interview, they're using the past tense. He was crying. He was a healthy baby. I wouldn't be thinking past tense. I mean, everybody grieves differently, but if my child was just stolen, I don't think I'd immediately go to past tense.
Right. That makes sense. Unless you know something, and that would make you use the past tense.
And there was this Ovalade nonprofit for kids. They were offering a $10,000 reward. They have called off that reward. And the police are saying that there could be foul play involved. There's foul play either way, if it's the parents or not. But that's one of the ones that's interesting me. There's just so many things kind of brewing in the true crime world. But we're here for Hunt for Love. I digress. Let's see what kind of choices people are made. What kind of bad choices are going to be made today?
Other than our own.
Dee and I haven't been watching Between the Sheets, but we caught the tail end of the Between the Sheets before this episode started. And we see Elise talking to Courtney, saying that at the time, Carlo went and had a conversation with Tiffany about how he wanted to explore that option. He had already bought a ticket to Miami. He had spent the day with her. There was some serious going on there.
We miss a lot not doing Between the Sheets.
I think we do. But then we would be turning this into a Big Brother thing, and we've got a law firm to run. We've got to help people get out of that debt. Good thing security stepped in because Cole was about to be a pancake. He was over there screaming, security.
Yeah.
He's a lot of talk. He's got a big bark. He's like a little chihuahua. He's not doing anything.
He's a dick. I can't stand him. I feel like he has just fed Jen all of these lies about Rob. He's a liar. He's a cheater. He's a playboy. All of these things to make Rob look bad so that she will not pay attention to Rob or listen to Rob or believe anything that he says. He's just a dick.
And he's making Jennifer's decision for her. He's telling her, you're done with Rob. Really? That's how you want the girl to choose you? Is that you make the decision? That says a lot.
Yeah, he said, you're my girl, not that scumbag's. Just, ugh. Like, I just want to puke watching him.
Jennifer doesn't feel like she trusts Rob. So that's not going to be a good match. Rob needs to walk away.
Mm-hmm.
And so does Jennifer. She realizes she needs to walk away from both of them. She alludes to that.
Yeah.
There might not be anybody right here for you, especially on an island where production is fueling the drama with tequila and you're there essentially to make good TV. That may not be the best place to find true love.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great place for reality television. It's a great place for a really fun adventure. I just don't know that you're going to find your soulmate there.
We like watching it, though. So.
We like to watch it. So thanks for playing.
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany tells Carlo she's about to deck somebody. She's so angry. And then she walks off right into the arms of Rocky, who has been waiting for her for 2.5 weeks. Sorry, what?
And when I heard that, I was like, it's only been 2.5 weeks that they've been there?
You need to calm your tit.
Wow.
We're getting real possessive over some people we met 2.5 weeks ago.
I was thinking this was like 6 weeks or 8 weeks or something like that. I had no idea that they're like 2.5 weeks in. That means basically the whole show has been done in 3 weeks.
Means basically Porn Stash has been waiting for Tiffany forever.
Dog years, maybe?
It's a perfect time for her to explore this right after she broke up Elise and Carlo. Literally the moment after. What better time to go see what's up with Porn Stash?
Yeah, well, she's...
Go date my other guys after I ruined Carlo's game.
Yeah, this is just getting crazy.
It's been crazy, girl. It has been crazy. Production knows what they're doing with this.
But Tiffany has also just found out that Carlo has slept with Elise more than just once, and it's a mistake. It's been multiple times, so she's pretty upset.
So she's rebounding.
Maybe
Take some time to process what you just went through. I guess there's no time. 2.5 weeks.
In her defense, she has been interested in Rocky the whole time. She always alludes to him time after time in every episode.
That's where the double standard is.
True.
Carlo has interest in somebody else, and all of a sudden, like, for shame that you dated another girl without talking to me. And is interested in multiple people. Oh, you're a slut.
Double standard.
Double standard. Total double standard.
Mm-hmm.
How does she not see this? Who made her the queen of dating where you have to go get her permission before you can like somebody?
I don't know.
Died and made her Valentine. Cupid.
Cupid.
She's like a little Cupid. Actually, she does have that like cherub little face. I could see her floating around like, I didn't put my arrow in you. What are you falling in love for?
Cupid.
Cupid Tiffany. I like the antithesis of Cupid. I don't know.
I'm
It's
singing.
wild.
I'm done because I'm singing Cupid in my head now. So ever since you said it, I'm like done.
I just
can't
see her
think.
with little angel wings and a bow and arrow now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be stuck with a song in my head the rest of the day.
But she's like mad Cupid. Okay, this is silly. But so is the show. So, that's... Usman is like a wise prophet.
He's the love guru.
He goes up to Carlo. He puts his hand on his stomach. He's like, calm down, man. We'll wake up tomorrow. It's a new day. We'll see how that day starts. Usman says, what? This was some pretty deep stuff, Usman.
What is it like I'm sick.
Meditating. I wonder if Courtney has seen that side. I don't know. That it seemed pretty deep.
I don't know. He just keeps love bombing Courtney with "I love you" and stuff, and too much too soon.
You should have just drawn a picture of her.
Mm-hmm. That would have worked.
Stick figure would have worked.
Might have if it was better than Colt's.
If it was worse than Colt's, it might have worked. Damn,
True.
Colt's did something. Got him a kiss.
True.
I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. Everybody look at me because I'm standing on a boat. Okay, I'm not on a boat right now. But some of the boats in that harbor, one of the little one that looked like my father-in-law's, I was like, oh, they're going to get on that. No, they wouldn't all fit on that. It's silly. They're getting on the yacht. the big old yacht. And Jay is standing there with this orange shirt on. And I'm just like, how has nobody? He is so beautiful. Back on the Jay. Sorry. Y'all missed
gorgeous.
a chance here.
Yeah, he's gorgeous.
You'd have pretty babies. Now, speaking of babies, Carlo told Elise, I don't want to be Tiffany's dad's kid. He don't want Tiffany's kids. He told that to Elise.
He also told her that he wasn't sexually attracted to Tiffany.
And Elise is wondering, how did Tiffany manipulate him into getting back with her? I have to say, part of what happened isn't just Tiffany. A good guy, you can't take a good guy. You can't take a guy who knows what he wants and feels confident in what he wants and has what he wants. And that's the kind of guy that you want for yourself. You don't want somebody who can be taken like that.
He's just telling each one of them what they want to hear at this point.
It shows that he doesn't have boundaries. He's made this promise to you and he easily goes back on it. It's not like she had him at knife point. It's not like his life was at risk. He just wasn't sure about what you had. To be fair, though, this is only a 2.5 week point. So for him to question and waffle, I can see that. But once he agreed to be exclusive, he made that commitment. If he wasn't ready for it, then he shouldn't have. It makes you wonder if you can trust his word.
Well, I would definitely be doubting that on both girls' side, from both of them.
I know. Game over, Carlo. You done lost the Mario Kart race. You're not going to be anybody's boo.
Boo.
So D, if you're Elise in this moment, do you tell Tiffany what Carlo said?
No, if I'm Elise in this moment, I'm probably done anyway. I'm not caring.
You're letting Tiffany make her own decision.
Yeah. I'm done with him. That would be me.
I agree. That would be me as well. I would be thinking you made your choice. Enjoy it.
Yep.
And I guess there's no point in saying anything more to Tiffany because she's already gotten off of his scent trail and went over to the next guy she peed on.
Poor Rocky.
You're saying that because of his porn stash?
I don't know. He's kind of growing on me. He always seems so nice in all the interactions I see with him.
Yeah, he's like a barnacle. Just grows on you. And Elise is just giving us the hot tea, talking about Carlo and his teddy bear.
He sleeps with a teddy bear.
38 young.
Gosh.
I'm not that much older than him.
I am, but
I sleep with my dogs in the same bed sometimes when they want to
yeah, I have my dogs.
jump in there.
I have my favorite pillows.
I've got my 4-year-old.
Yeah. I used to have mine and yeah, my kids would sleep with me too.
Teddy bear?
No. I don't know.
Actually, I lied. Liz gave Jake this huge peep. And yeah, we sleep with that sometimes, but because Jake brings it into the bed.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. Is it because Jake brings it?
It's because I have a toddler, which we know Carlo doesn't have any kids.
Questions. I'm wondering why he sleeps. I would love to know why he sleeps with one.
This is where we need my next door neighbor. She's a therapist.
I would love her intake on why a 38-year-old man is sleeping with a teddy bear.
I'm guessing childhood trauma.
Maybe.
Which has caused security issues that he's carrying into these relationships. Okay, I'm not diagnosing anybody. I'm a lawyer. I have no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to that.
Wait.
Just throwing out psychobabble.
Didn't he give Elise a teddy bear or something? And then when he went and told her that he was staying with Tiffany, she like threw it back at him and said, "Take your teddy bear with you" or something. Huh.
So strange.
It's got some pretty big significance to him if he gave it to Elise, and it's one that
for 2 weeks. This is also strange. Now Tim is worried that Rob might ask May out. May is looking really nice. I love her dress and her hat and her glasses. It's head to toe gorgeous.
She's adorable.
She's so cute.
Yeah.
Fashion lady. I didn't see Rob though really caring to date at this point. I think he'd be over it.
He's had his interest in Jen, and that's where he's been focused. 100% believe that him and May both have said they're friends, and that's exactly what I think they are.
He's no nonsense. He's not.
Well, I mean, there's no reason to lie about it. If either one of them had an interest in the other one, you know.
Exactly. Explore it. That's why you're there.
Yeah.
But they're just friends. Now, Joe is throwing grapes into Lisa's mouth, gets it slam dunk, and then he's trying to do it into Chantel's mouth. Babes, you guys need to be careful. When my husband was 10 years old, he tossed a grape up and caught it in his mouth. He caught it. It got stuck in his esophagus. He could still breathe, but they had to take him to the emergency room to get it out. And it always scares me with like grapes now.
Yeah.
With a little guy.
My daughter swallowed a quarter once.
Did she make change?
That's what my mom asked, because I swear to God, when it came out, it was like 2 dimes and a nickel. And my mom was like, I'm like, I don't know what to do, Mom, because the x-ray showed a quarter. And my mom said, well, maybe she's making change.
She ate your whole change jar.
But the x-ray, I swear, was a quarter. Everybody at the emergency room said it was a quarter. She had to spend the night in the hospital because it was a quarter. We had to watch it go through the intestines and pass like certain curves, or they would have to surgically remove it.
Oh my God.
So then when they let her go home, I just had to watch for it. And I was like, when it came out, I was so confused.
Channel servers, don't worry. Her daughter is in her 30s now and
She's
is a mom
fine.
of her own.
She's
She
fine.
made it. She made it intact. She's wonderful. So be careful, guys. Be careful with those grapes.
Wow, what a
I was
way to get off
scared.
the subject.
I was scared. Just taking little trips today, little vacations since it's the last day of the show. Rocky and Tiffany, where do we start?
I don't know, but I like Rocky. So I'm going to say go for it.
He says, I haven't really gotten to know you much in all this 2.5 weeks we've had together. The times we spent together, I've enjoyed. And I like you. So I don't know you, but I like you.
They talk about having a chemistry or a magnetism to each other is the word they used.
Well, what does he know about her? He knows that she was involved in this love triangle with Carlo. And then she sits there and tells him that she's still on the fence about Carlo. What does that tell you? She's not sure if she's making the right decision. She's not even talking to him, but she thinks he might be right for her.
She likes what he projects. Like she feels like he's a steady person and calming and things like that. So she likes how she feels around him. Maybe Carlos makes her feel
I think
chaotic
she likes
now.
the drama.
Well, it's definitely
He's not a steady person. He just slept with and girlfriended up Elise.
No, she thinks that Rocky is a steady person. And
No, I'm talking about Carlo. She's on the fence about Carlo.
yeah. Gotcha. Sorry.
In what world are you on the fence about Carlo? Sometimes you just need to leave that relationship where it is and move on.
Well, maybe it's just for the show. She's dragging it out.
It's like
More camera
it's so
time.
stupid that she could be into Carlo at this point that we can't even believe it. I mean, of course, she might still have those feelings, but I don't know. At some point, you got to tell yourself that's not the right decision. This person has said he's not sure about kids, girlfriended up another girl, didn't tell me the full truth about everything that had happened. At some point, you have to cut it off and say that that's it. I'm done with exploring this.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't for me. I might be attracted to him, but you can be attracted to toxic things. You just have to know, don't eat the poison.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe her and Carlo are perfect for each other.
Who knows?
I guess they're both kind of toxic.
Maybe. I don't know.
From the edit. To be fair, from the edit.
Yeah.
Colt's trying to move in with Courtney's parents.
I didn't realize she lived at her parents'.
She doesn't even have her own house. But let's just invite him to mom and dad's house. And then Usman talks some sense. Stop
Yes.
making sense, Usman. He's like, what's going on, babes? What's going on, Courtney? Well, Colt got divorced. And when his leg heals, he wants to use money to travel. Usman goes, he has money to travel, but he can't pay for a place to rent. Oh, well, it's expensive in the U.S. He could have a roommate.
Mm-hmm. He had a lot of valid points. He said he thinks that Colt is scamming her.
Colt had a healed knee before he came on the show, yet he came on temporarily unhoused.
Well, he had some place to stay for 3 weeks, coming on the show.
And he found somebody whose mom and dad might let him come stay with them. She's just seeing, oh, Colt's going to come visit me in Florida. How romantic. Now she's starting to think it out. She came looking for somebody successful. And I said this, let the guy get his life together first, because this is the situation you might find yourself in. Is he using me just for a place to stay?
Well, and Courtney, if you remember back when they were asking all those questions, I forget which episode it was, she was one of them that actually thought money was more important than love.
And I'm sure she didn't mean her being the sugar mama, which is fine. We're in 2025. If a woman wants to be the breadwinner, 100%. But I don't get the feeling from the edit, at least, that that's what Courtney is looking to do, is take care of somebody. Although she kind of is just taking care of somebody. Maybe falling back into old habits, wanting what she hasn't had before, but falling back into old habits.
She spent half of the show, though, taking care of him in the hospital and in his hotel.
They were making out. He said she could touch it.
These are some very strange conversations between these couples. It just blows my mind sometimes.
So that doesn't work for you. You can touch it too, man. And we thought Usman didn't have moves. He's like, you can play with my joystick as a gamer. She didn't touch it, though. She was like, no.
She said she didn't touch it.
How did you play with your Atari? Elise didn't say you could be like Pac Woman and gobble up my sperm.
Lauren.
You were just saying who says shit like that.
I think I'm gonna have to call a Mama C here. Bad Lauren.
Rob is on the fence, Jennifer. So he decides to have a conversation with her. And he tells her, you don't have anything to worry about May. I told you we're just friends. We're playing dominoes. On the other hand, I have feelings for you and I see you all over Cole, which is fine. That's why we're here. But you get mad at me for playing dominoes with somebody. And she goes, well, at least I'm being open about it. Okay, so now she's talking like Tiffany.
Mm-hmm.
And he's being open about it too. He has to tell you who his friends are.
He doesn't have the same reaction that she does when he sees her with somebody else, is the point that he was trying to make with her.
Absolutely.
And I think it went right over her head.
She's showing you already on a very small scale who you will see on a big scale if you guys get into something serious. It's been 2.5 weeks. You're still dating other people and she's acting this way. Imagine 2.5 years into a relationship.
Yeah.
It's not going to get better. She's telling you it's something on the inside, something that she needs to fix, Rob. It's not something that you're doing. It's an insecurity within her that she has.
Yeah, I get what he was saying. What was it like? I don't know. They don't call them diary rooms. What is it? The
ITM.
Yeah. He was saying he's not somebody that gives up on something and he wants to know that he gave it a chance so that he doesn't have any regrets. And I totally get that. So I think that this is kind of just like his last ditch effort to make sure that he walks away with no regrets.
And he's handling it in the right way by having open communication about it. Meanwhile, Cole, sketchy little brat, is standing up there at the top of the yacht, like staring at Jen, saying, I don't think I have anything to worry about. Yet you're staring at her and talking about her. If you weren't worried about it, you wouldn't even be commenting on it.
Right.
And yeah, the other guy brought it up, but still you'd be like, oh, I don't know.
He just makes my skin crawl.
He's saying too much and too much. Jen goes, he's not my boyfriend. She tells that to Rob.
Yet.
It's playful.
Mm-hmm. Very flirty.
He pulls Tiffany away from cuddling with Rocky to tell her that he's jealous that she's been able to cuddle with him all day. And Tiffany tells him that she's on the fence, that she has this thing about going for guys that end up hurting her. Does she think telling him that is going to teach him some sort of lesson now so he doesn't hurt her ever again? It's only been 2.5 weeks. He's hurt her once. Is this like disclaimer gonna protect you?
I don't know. Like the interactions I've seen with these couples is completely confusing to me. And I realize I've been out of the dating world for a very long time. I think the last time I dated, I was like 19 or 20. So, and I was married for almost 30 years. So I just find
1919 or 1920.
Yeah, I just think
you said, yeah,
I'm really distracted today. I just find the things that they say to each other weird.
I think they're giving way too much credit to what you think editors are putting in their mouth, which is magnetism.
Yeah, that was what I noticed. I said, wait a minute, magnetism was what Jen and Rob just used, and now we're hearing it with
maybe they have word of the day toilet paper.
Quote of the day or something. I like yours better, word of the day toilet paper.
Everybody's pulling magnetism today.
I don't know. Everything just seems so not genuine. I don't
for
feel like
somebody that is 38 years old, Carlo, to sit there and say, well, what I learned is if you really have this feeling for somebody, you make it work. That is moronic thinking. You have to get past that magnetism feeling and explore if you have a real connection. What do you have in common? What life goals do you share? Where do you both see yourself in 5 years? How do you act financially? For some people, religion and politics. You want to align there. What is important to you? What are non-negotiables? And one thing that's been important to you, Carlo, is that you're not dating someone with kids, that he is self-sabotaging. He's not ready for something. He's 38 years old, so he is trying to set himself up in the most likely position to fail.
The possibility.
And I don't know if it's conscious that he's doing this, but he's choosing the wrong person so that he doesn't have to give himself to somebody.
Well, and I wonder, we didn't realize that you had to choose someone at the end of this show. I'm wondering how much is being driven by I want to be the one chosen.
Now, I feel like Tiffany and Jennifer, they're both drawn to the extremities of a toxic relationship, the high highs. They don't want the low lows, but they're feeling such a more intense magnetism, if you will, when the high is high. They're just feeling really drawn to this person because the emotions are very strong, instead of looking for something that's stable and steady and reliable, which may not be as exciting, but it's also not going to crush you the way those high highs and low lows can crush you.
It's a good possibility.
When you're with somebody for a long time, if you're expecting those high highs for the rest of your life, you've got to adjust those expectations. You've been in longer relationships than I have. Isn't there a point where it's at least for me in my experience, it's just stable?
Yeah. You have issues, but that's when you work things out because of your feelings for the person and the relationship that you have, not 2.5 weeks into one.
Yeah. It's not that people don't have issues. We're different people. You're not dating yourself, but those issues aren't on non-negotiables like kids.
Yeah, you're past that point when you get to...
My husband and I broke up when we were dating the first time because he wasn't sure if he ever wanted to get married or have kids. And he was 35. I was about to turn 30. And I knew that's what I wanted in my life. And then I went and got engaged to somebody else, and that didn't work out. And then my husband's like, that guy's an idiot. I was like, well, so were you? And he was like, well, maybe I do want to get married and have kids. And here we are, married with a kid. But that was the only reason we broke up, is because that was a non-negotiable. He was my best friend before I ever dated him. And after a failed engagement, I was almost like, well, I don't know what I want now. So, yeah, I think they're being driven by the intensity of the relationship, not looking at the person. I mean, even Tiffany is acting like she thinks she can change him. Can he fix this? She says, can he fix this after 2.5 weeks? Babes, after 2.5 weeks, you don't want somebody fixing anything. If they aren't perfect after 2.5 weeks, you've got a long road ahead of you, because they're going to put on a front for at least the first 6 months. You don't go into a job interview in your pajamas. You know, you put your best foot forward. Same with dating. If this is what you're getting for his best foot, you don't want to see what happens after 6 months.
True.
And here's Rocky and here's Rob, who are putting their best foot forward and giving stability. It just doesn't feel as exciting as Cole and Carlo. And Cole and Carlo are both causing fights with people over their girls. They both are extreme.
Yeah, true. But they're the two that got in fights.
There's a lot that they have in common. And for as much smack as Tiffany talked at the beginning, her and Jennifer they're a lot
similar.
alike, and they're on the same page here. Tiffany is letting go of these high highs that they've had for the last 2.5 weeks. There were some really good times in the last 2.5 weeks, and I just can't let go of it. She doesn't know what to do. Dee, what would your advice be?
Walk away. That's just me. I don't think she's a walk away person.
I wouldn't even have the chance to walk away, because if he came up to me while I was sitting there with Rocky, I wouldn't pay him any attention. If he called my name, I wouldn't even act like I heard him. There would be no conversation left to have. Leave the past in the past. Move forward.
Yeah. If it's that big a deal to her, she needs to just walk
If you've
away.
already decided no, stick with your decision. So Courtney is playing Clue and trying to figure out, how did Jennifer get Elise's bracelet? At the same time, I'm trying to figure out why Elise is all of a sudden concerned about Rob and the bracelet that was too tight for her, and why Jennifer wouldn't just give it back. I think I've got the answer.
What?
It was production on the boat with the cameras. This definitely feels set up.
It definitely feels like a shit stirring moment, trying to get some chaos or some fighting going on.
Cole doesn't even care about this.
Rob doesn't care.
Rob doesn't care. It feels like production just went up to the girls and they were like, all right, we need something exciting. We need some stuff going on this boat. You know, she's wearing your bracelet. Let's go. Because even Elise is like, did you take it off your nightstand last night? Like that was just to create drama for the show. I don't think anybody thought that Jennifer was at Rob's house the night before.
It would have been funny, though, if she said, yeah, that's when I took it.
And I don't know anybody who wouldn't just give the bracelet back.
Mm-hmm.
So production, you didn't get us this time.
Nope. Not fooling us.
Mm-mm. And production carries this scene over into Jen and Cole's next conversation. It's like, oh, well, you could just start it off with this lighthearted thing about the bracelet, which they do. That's one of the things you see when it's producer driven. You see it kind of weaved in throughout the storyline.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cole knows that Rob's not going to back down off of Jennifer. So what does he do? He essentially says he could see himself proposing to her. He says, you could get a K-1 visa if things go well. He's thinking about marriage. He's making sure that after 2.5 weeks, she knows he's more serious about her than Rob.
Yeah. He's covering every base.
Gross.
His eyes are like so shifty and stuff when he's doing this. Like, I just don't believe anything that he says.
It's been 2.5 weeks and you guys haven't been together this whole 2.5 weeks.
Ugh.
And you're talking about engagement. Red flags.
I seriously think he's like stalker material. He's the kind of person that would stalk a girl. That's the vibe I get from him.
She sees the red flags, but he's love bombing her.
Absolutely.
Tim rejects May on their second date before she has a chance to reject him. She says everything perfectly. Tim needs to work on his self-esteem before getting into a relationship, which is something I've been saying the whole time. That's very important. She's just friends with Rob. It's fine.
Well, yeah, and Tim said something that Rob and May live in the same city. So I'm not surprised that they're friends. They probably have a lot of things to talk about if they're both living in the same area and stuff.
And I have attractive guy friends, but they're just friends.
Right. Poor Tim. I have to say the ultimate Southern saying, bless his heart. He can't get anywhere for himself. Like he's his worst enemy. He's his own worst enemy. He can't get out of his own way.
A lot of these guys are.
He told her that she told him that he was just a friend, that Rob was just a friend. She was not interested in him. And he still went ahead and just blew up any chance.
Because he doesn't want to get rejected.
No, he didn't even give her a chance to reject him. She actually was genuinely interested in him.
She was. But that kind of self-esteem isn't a good look. And that is what you should do.
Mm-hmm.
When you find out, look, we've explored this. It's not going to work. This person has some things that they need to figure out. You move on. Stay friends if you want. May ended that perfectly.
Yeah. I just felt bad for him because I don't think he realized that I think he had a shot.
Oh, he
and he blew
absolutely
it.
had a shot.
He blew it. Like, dude.
Yeah, you're in your 40s. Okay, so am I. Not everybody wants to date younger guys. I mean, my husband's 47. Your husband was 10 years older than you.
Mm-hmm. Tim, just get out of your own way, bud.
Well, he also threw his back, so he couldn't do the yoga. Grandpa. Just kidding, Tim. Just kidding. You've got a great personality from the first episode. Liz and I were saying Tim's one of the best ones there. He needs to give himself more credit.
I agree. It's Rocky and Tiffany. I just love them together.
I don't know if it's because I'm hungry. When he was cooking, kind of liked Rocky. I was like, dang, eggs, bacon. Now, those mimosas had way too much juice in them. I'm sorry. Like, splash of juice. Sometimes I make my mimosa without juice. Just a little Prosecco. That was watered down with OJ.
Well, it is what it is.
But I think it's just because the food looked good. Because I'm a sucker for musicians. My husband is a musician. He can play anything with strings, and the ukulele did nothing for me.
They had a really good conversation though. Like he said all the right things.
Yeah.
And he like personalized it to her.
I'm not saying she should pick Carlo.
Right. I know.
But I do think Rocky is a very nice guy, and I think he deserves somebody that wants something
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
better and isn't questioning whether or not to leave for something toxic. Because until she realizes and wants a healthy, stable relationship, she's going to leave him in the dust. She's going to get bored.
Yeah. I just think he's got an amazing personality, and I can see why he's been a favorite of so many people there.
He needs to let his personality speak instead of his mustache. But yes, he does seem to be very nice.
Yeah.
This whole thing with Tim and May could completely be producer driven too, because what storyline would Tim have really had if not for this tossed in at the last minute thing?
Yeah, that makes sense too.
Speaking of producer driven, you have everybody questioning their decisions right before they make a decision. Courtney's not sure. It's Uzman's birthday, but she's either going to pick Colt or pick nobody. That's my guess. Chantel is talking to Ashley, and she's going to have her coming out moment, which they've been setting up throughout the story, but they're actually really cute together.
Mm-hmm. She's like blowing her kisses on the FaceTime.
And Ashley's reactions, they're just very adorable. Like, she definitely likes her. She feels confident, I think, about what they have. So that seems healthy. You've got Jennifer. Rob. I think she's going to pick Cole. She likes the drama. And you have Tiffany, who just had this awesome date with Rocky. But she goes over to Carlo, and he's just speaking word salad about the stars and the universe. Like, none of it means anything. And she says to him, "What are you saying?"
It honestly sounded to me like he had went and pulled out a book of what's the most romantic things I could say to a woman to win her over, and just like vomited it on top of her.
I think it worked. I think she's going for him. I don't think they can pull away from that toxicity.
Did you see what he called Tim when Tim came over to check on her?
No.
Yeah, so Tim came over to see if she was okay when he saw her talking with Carlos. Yeah, and he called Tim Senor Cockblocker. He said that's what everybody has been calling him. And she's like, "He's just my friend. He's checking on me."
Your cock's been exploring a lot. Might be okay. Just calm down.
I just thought that was so mean.
Even your friends, Tiffany, are coming up and knowing that this isn't a conversation you need to have, and that you need to leave that where it is.
Right.
But it wouldn't be her first toxic relationship.
No.
These coaches are blowing smoke up their ass.
Absolutely. I was like, you had to giggle just listening to them.
There's been a lot of drama, but some of you have really formed things that could last outside of here. When they said up, if you don't feel like you've made a connection that could last outside of here, Chantel and Tim stood up. I'm sorry, everybody there should have stood up.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, a lot more people should be standing up than what is.
Y'all, even if you really like the person, it's been 2.5 weeks, maybe get to know him outside the show.
Yeah.
That's too logical. That's not the point of the show. No, Lauren. We're not really hunting for love. We're hunting for good TV.
And smoke.
Somebody's smoking something.
Yeah.
Let's start with Chantel, because I'm not misty-eyed over Tim. Oh my gosh. She told everybody that she was going to explore a relationship with a friend that confessed her feelings to her before. And everybody seemed very supportive. Now, Joe was giving her a strange look, but
he was completely
Joe.
shocked. He looked completely shocked. Like he didn't see that coming.
Well, now he knows where he went wrong. But I thought that was great. Everybody was just so happy for her. And she's worried about what her family's going to think. But I know you haven't seen Chantal's family. You missed the family, Chantal. I'd be worried about introducing anybody to them, to be honest.
Yeah. And she said that she came there.
They are savage.
She said that she came there to get a husband, and she's going to go home thinking about a wife.
I just hope Ashley can hold her own. Yeah. Chantel's family is a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
Ashley looked like she could take care of herself just fine.
You haven't seen Family Chantal. You have not seen.
I haven't.
They got a private investigator to go after her husband.
Shit. Wow.
To try to prove that he was using her for a 90-day visa. And his mom was an attorney.
Wow.
And they were even steamrolling her. So good luck to Ashley. Now, Tim, the only notable thing was that he said he made a lot of friends and he's too old to make friends. You're not too old to make friends, Tim. Stop giving up on life. Stop using "I'm too old" as an excuse for dating and friendship.
Yeah.
41 and I still am making friends. And I know people struggle with this as an adult. Maybe we should do a podcast episode about ways to make friends as an adult.
There's probably a book on it. So yeah.
I don't need a book. I mean, most of my friends I've made in my fees and now fees, I'm still making new friends.
Yeah, we're kind of at different stages because I'm at the stage where...
Well, you don't want friends.
Well, it's not that I don't want friends. I've just reached the point that friends who are there for me, I'm good. If it's going to be a lot of effort and I have to do a lot, then it's probably not gonna. It's kind of got to go
He
both
is too
ways.
lazy for friends.
Yeah, it's kind of got to. No, it's got to go. I have very good friends, but I've also had them since grade school. So
What about your friend in Australia that you met gaming?
yes, I met her gaming, and she's a good friend. But like I said, I'm not being lazy. It's just there has to be a return effort. If I'm the only one calling and I'm the only one reaching out and staying connected, I don't need that effort anymore. I want it either an equal effort or just give it up. Like it's not.
Sometimes, well, we should definitely do a podcast on this. Sometimes it's not an equal effort at first, but I'm glad that Tim has made some friends.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, though, he probably was friends with some of them already from the 90-day universe. So
Tim to me looked like he easily makes friends. Like I thought that he pretty much was in every group nicely.
yeah, I would be Tim's friend.
I would be Tim's friend.
He seems like a great
Mhm.
friend.
Yeah.
I'd set him up with one of my friends. He seems like a great guy.
There you go, Tim. Reach out to Lauren. She's got your back.
Come down. I moved from Charlotte to Charleston for a guy.
Yeah.
Just saying.
We may have to tag him.
Let me check with my friends first. Like, pimping them out
You
on
always
the
have
podcast.
You always have one for somebody.
Color me shocked because Tiffany picks Rocky.
Good for her.
She doesn't know if she's making the right decision, but she's sure about the C that she did.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
The coaches say you also had this bond with Carlo. What happened? And she goes, well, I don't think he was right. So then Carlo just walks on down.
Yeah. Everybody is speechless. Like, what's going on? What's going on?
He says that this thing with Tiffany led him to the person he wants to be with, Elise. Carlo, you just said yesterday you wanted to be with Tiffany. The day before you wanted to be with Elise. And I'm just going, Elise, say no, say no, say no.
Me
And she
too.
said, I don't know. And I was like, oh, good answer.
Thank God.
Good answer.
Yes.
You need to think about this one because I don't want Elise to get hurt. And he's saying all the right things from his little love book. The right things that he also said to Tiffany, which Rob calls out. Rob says,
Tiffany
I
called
heard
it
you
out
say that.
first. Tiffany called it out first, and she's like, "That's exactly what he said to me." And he's like, "You're just jealous." And Rob's like, "No, I heard you say it too."
It was crazy. Elise deserves so much better.
Yeah, she does. And he had like an absolute crazy look on his face when people started questioning him.
She wants to be loved. I want her to be loved, but I want her to really be loved, not by somebody who's 38 years old and flip-flopping every single day about who they want.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody who sees like the beauty in her and just adores her.
Yeah, but what does he do then? Like, did he get down on one knee and hand her Bun Bun? That's what the
Bun
stuff.
Bun.
Bun Bun is the name of the stuffed animal that he hands her. It's like a bunny or something. Like,
Where is he pulling these stuffed animals out of his ass?
I don't know. Bun Bun maybe come out of the bun bum. I don't know.
There's something really wrong. And even the therapists are like, obviously some things need to be talked out here. Elise probably feels great hearing somebody's her, but she deserves someone good to choose her. Somebody that isn't going to question connection. Somebody that fights for that connection. Someone who tells you that they're committed and sticks to that. She wants this good side of him that she's seen over 2.5 weeks, but she's also seen another side over 2.5 weeks, which is obviously part of him that he's not even able to disguise for a short period of time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You deserve better, Elise.
Yes, you do.
So as a Muslim, Usman believes that if you are with somebody good, good things come to you. And that surely seems to be the case for Colt because it looks like he's getting a month of free rent at Courtney's parents' house.
I know. I was completely shocked. I've talked to my parents. He can come and live with us for about a month.
And Courtney, the one that thought money was important, now seems to be thinking love is important. She says she would be happy in a cardboard box, which is good because I don't know what's going to happen to them after a month.
Mm-mm.
They might need to get cozy in that cardboard in Florida.
Hot. That'd be nasty.
Humid. Maybe not great for hurricane season. You guys might need to pick a different state to go live in that cardboard. Gators are going to get you. I was very impressed with how Usman handled this.
Me too.
It was very mature of him to accept that she chose someone else and to realize it's not for him.
Yeah, he wished them the best. I didn't expect it from him, not after the confrontation him and Colt had on the beach that one day.
He even said, congrats for winning over me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Usman, maybe you could have come and stayed at her parents' house for a month. Oh, man. Wow. All right.
I
So
know.
if your daughter comes to you and says, I've got this boyfriend off a TV show, can you come live with us for a month while his
No.
leg heals? But I really love him. I could be happy in a cardboard box with him.
Well,
so you would be
I
like,
prob-
go live in that cardboard box.
Yeah. Or I'd be like, no, they're going to have to work. They're going to have to pay if you want them to live
Work.
here with us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did not see that plot twist.
No.
Guy's
I
got
really thought
game. The guy has game. I told
You're
you from the
right.
beginning.
I know you did, but I honestly expected Courtney to say nobody.
You didn't think he had that much game to actually leave there with a place to stay in Florida.
No, I did not.
I didn't see that one either. And Jen chooses Cole because she wants something stable, which made me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
That guy's a roller coaster.
I think he's a stalker. He's somebody that's got the personality that they're going to stalk. I don't think that it's going to be a safe relationship for her. If he doesn't get his way, it's not going to be pretty.
And Tim says he's sad. Rob's a nice guy. So he's sad for Rob. And he says Jennifer's not a good person and that she's going to eat Cole alive. She's very lost. She's attracted to that toxicity. I hope she can chew him alive because he needs somebody to set his ass straight. Unfortunately, I feel like he's going to dominate her.
Yeah.
And she sees that as like protection and good, but it's not good.
He's just
That's
an
not a good
asshole.
look. It's not healthy.
He's an asshole. I thought I wanted to get you something that Rob couldn't give you. And then he pulls out one of those arm bracelets. What an asshole.
And the way that these guys act when they're rejected, it says so much about their character. Rob, he says there's somebody else out there for me. I thought that maybe we had this epic love connection, but we don't. And she's still out there. Whereas Cole is giving her something Rob can't give her. And when Rob walks up there, Carlo is booing him.
He's an ass too.
They're really showing their true colors.
They are.
I hope Elise is seeing this. I would be embarrassed.
Yeah. The therapist or whatever they are told Carlo, we're not doing that.
Then he started arguing with them, but he did it to me. No, he
didn't.
Said, you're lying. He wasn't booing you. He was calling out your BS.
Because he heard him say that to Tiffany.
And you're up there lying, gaslighting. Anyway, my Jay, at the end of the day, he was still looking fine. He had on this straw hat, leopard print top.
You're going to miss looking at him.
Nobody picked him.
Nobody picked
Ladies,
him.
he had diamonds there. You just left them on the table.
Can't believe it. Nobody picked my Rob either. He was definitely the better choice between Cole and him.
So at the end, everybody is just kind of summarizing their journey. Colt roasts Usman, and Rob says, my hunt for love continues, and gives us a cheers with his glass of bourbon, which was pretty cute.
Oh my gosh, I hope if there's a season 2 that he comes back, because I could certainly watch him for another whole season.
I hope Jay comes back. So they'll be back next week for the tell-all. Y'all, this is going to be wild.
It was crazy. I am so wanting to do this now. I can't wait for it.
We watched the preview. Dee's going, you're right. Mother Chantal is getting into it with Ashley. They're about to throw down. Tim gets so mad at Usman that he slaps the screen and turns him off. Tiffany admits that she's a bitch. Courtney makes an excellent point. Was Carlos supposed to come knock on her door and ask permission before he had sex?
It looks really good.
It all looks so good. Colt texting other women. Dee, this is not anything new for Colt. There were dick pics before when he had other relationships on this show. You're not going to change a man, ladies. Courtney is amazing. So is Larissa.
It just looks like we're just going to hear so much stuff. So much.
Do you think any of these worked out?
No, I don't think any of them worked out.
I don't either.
It was 2.5 weeks.
As much as these coaches thought there was really something out there, what's out there is just a lot of drama for us next week.
That's
all right. So Channel Surfers, that is it for this season, but we will be back next week with the tell-all, which I'm so excited about. And then who knows where we're going to take you next. We're still on this Big Brother journey, but we will find something fun to cover. In the meantime, you guys just stay cool. Make sure to like, subscribe, review. Remember that September 1st, we're going to draw from all the members of our Facebook group and do a second drawing for everyone who has left us a 5-star review on Apple Podcast and a comment with that review. And there's going to be 2 winners, $50 each. We want to thank you for giving us a chance. So we're giving you a chance. And we're working on this merch store right now. So maybe the next drawing thing that we do, we can give away some merch.
Well, that would be
I think
fun.
we're getting pretty close. We've gotten some samples back. We wanted to make sure everything was great before we launched, and I'm excited. We got some cute stuff. Dee actually is wearing one of the shirts right now. She's not going to turn around for you. She wouldn't do it for Big Brother yesterday either, but it has a really cute Drake on the back, which is her little dog. You see all the time running around in the background on YouTube. All right, Channel Surfers. Well, thank you for listening. I will be back tomorrow with Big Brother. We've got veto ceremony, and then on Thursday with Big Brother. And then we'll see you back here next week for the tell-all. I'm so excited.
Oh, yes.
Have a good afternoon, Channel Surfers. Let's ride. I stole it from you. Go ahead.
Let's ride. You know that's my line.
Tune in, don't delay.